Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's been a few nights since I've been out in the garage picking away at the project here, but back for another night at it. We're just going to continue off for where we left off the other night. The other last thing we did was pull the exhaust manifold off of the front of the engine and just disconnecting some of the wiring and some of the wiring harnesses and the vacuum lines and stuff like that. So we're just going to continue on with that for now. If I get time tonight, I'll start looking at pulling the axles off the car. Alright, so we're back. It's a new night. It's been quite a few nights since I've been out in the garage working on the project here. Last time we were working on the motor here, we're still just disconnecting all the wiring. I believe I've got everything disconnected that I need to, except for the shifter linkage here. Not 100% sure if I can just pull these cotter pins here, slide these out, and just unbolt these here, slide those out of the way, just pull the motor. Look into that a little bit more, and pulling the CV axles. That's what we're going to start looking at here. So I'm going to drop this on the ground, loosen off the axle nuts, and jack it back up and start pulling off these CV axles. I've got both axles pulled. I've got the shifter linkage disconnected. I've got the clutch line disconnected. I missed a ground underneath the motor. I went underneath there, disconnected that. I backed this thing up a few feet to give me some more working room, so I think it is finally time to pull the motor. Like I said, never done this before, so fingers crossed I got everything disconnected, but I guess we'll find out with that. So I'm going to start with releasing the one in the back. I believe it's easier to get at it from underneath, so I'm going to get underneath there, try and pull that one out, and then I'll get the engine hoist mounted up here and try and get this thing out of here. So the motor and transmission are out. I'm pretty happy about that. That seems like a pretty decent milestone for this project. The first kind of major milestone, you could say. I said it's the first time I've ever pulled a motor transmission, engine transmission. Like I said, I think it went pretty smooth. It was a bit of a tight fit. Just because of the swap there, it's a little bit wider of a motor. And I think with the B series, you can take off the intake manifold. This one I had to leave it on because I didn't have any room to slide it back. But yeah, like I said, as for my first pulling anything there, it seemed to go pretty well. Alright, so this is where I'm ending tonight's episode. I couldn't be happier with how tonight went, because here I am sitting in the engine bay of my car with no engine in it. Like I said, first time I've ever done that. It actually went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to, which makes me pretty happy. I like to think it was a pretty productive night. Axles, motor, transmission pulled. First time pulling any of that stuff. So I hope everybody enjoyed this episode. I had a good time doing it. So if you enjoyed it, give the video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. That'd help me out. That would greatly help me out. So stay tuned for more progress coming. So everybody have yourselves a good night.